Taylor's Speed Lab. It's been a minute, but we have been building quite a few things. This truck here, I've had for a while. This may not be as exciting to everybody, but to me, I'm pretty stoked about it. In our past, this truck has been over 1,000 horsepower. Drag race it. But in that process, we didn't fully gut it, but we did take away a lot of stuff for just kind of aesthetics look and a little bit of weight, not much weight, but I decided this truck was too nice to cut up and put a cage in and whatnot. That's why we bought the sand truck that took this one's heart. So this one's been neglected for about a year. But recently we decided to 6-speed swap it. We got basically a turnkey crate motor from Full Hook Performance. We'll go over all the details on that. But this is my 1997 Ram 2500 that I've had for probably 5 or 6 years now. But it's got about 120,000 miles on it. And it's we're pretty excited because we kind of put our Speed Lab touch in more of a stock form, if that makes sense. So this truck is not done.
Nope.
But it is a driver. This took a lot of work. So originally when this truck had the big motor in it, we took out the fender tubs, you know, everything was gutted as can be in here to make it as simple as we could possibly make it. But now we wanted it to be back to normal, to where cruise control works, AC works, heater works, you know, everything in here and in this truck works as of now. But we kind of did our twist on it to where we hit a lot of stuff. We changed a lot of different fittings from like OEM and different style lines and rerouted a bunch of stuff to make it like OEM plus, I guess you could say. So this motor is a 12 valve we got from Full Hook Performance. It is bored 20 over. It's got a brand new Cummins OEM cam in it, brand new oil cooler, oil pan. I mean, all the bolts, all the hardware, all the bearings. I mean, everything is brand spanking new. We probably just got the rings to seat in it. I don't know, within the last 100 miles or so. It is fresh, but it doesn't leak a drop. We decided to go with a Valair dual disc in it, and I think it slips, but we can blame Dakota for that because it's a little bit spicier than we intended. But this truck, we just wanted it to be, you know, around 500 horsepower and a good tow rig. And so we decided to go with this is a 6368, I believe, turbocharger from Smedding. So far, this thing runs really, really good. It's super clean. It's running DDP stage 2 injectors. I believe it has their 024 delivery valves and their fuel plate, 4K springs. You know, the pump, Dakota did his magic to it, kind of turned it up. This is his return line kit that uses all in, pretty slick, kind of just cleans everything up. But this can bolt onto any P-Pump 24 valve or 12 valve, I believe, right?
Yeah.
But that thing's pretty slick. But just like always, we try to do our engine bays to where they are just absolutely A1, and I think me and Bryce did a pretty good job on this one. We're pretty excited about it.
Except for that bolt.
This one.
Yeah.
Fordall, we'll call you out on that.
Yeah, I can't find the black one.
But I mean, we're kind of a little early filming this, but we're just excited, you know, because we haven't given you guys a video in a little bit. Kind of bummed on that, but we've been building some pretty crazy stuff. We only have about 2 weeks into this, from starting basically a roller. I mean, no motor, no trans, no tubs. The harness was kind of butchered from just us being silly and saying, oh, we're never gonna go back to stock and just have a normal guy truck again. Here we are. But everything has been replaced, which is nice. I mean, all the AC stuff's new, all the power steering stuff, all the brakes, I mean, all the universal joints, everything has been gone through. So it's basically like buying a brand new truck. Who knows? Maybe if you guys buy enough of our new merch, we could give something like this away. So I'm repping just our OG hat and
Miami Vice, actually.
Miami Vice with the bug.
That's sick.
If you guys don't know, I like Volkswagens, but we do have merch for sale and we have a website too. So it's definitely a great way to support us and, you know, help push us. And big thing, just motivation. You know, it's to film and to do something, it takes twice as long. You know, we could bang this out half the time if we didn't have to film. But if you guys do like us doing build stuff rather than just beating the brakes off of everything, you know, just let us know. It definitely, the feedback helps a bunch.
It still got hints from its past life.
It does.
Like, this is my favorite. Don't look at everything else in the bed. Still got the battery mount from the blown out battery.
Caltrax.
Still got the Caltrax on it. Those are so miserable. And dude, that is insane. Look at that. You can pull it off in sheets. Literally. Thick.
So we got all of our goodies yesterday from Thuren. Check this out. Our pallet is a little empty now that I have pulled some stuff off of it, but got everything for the 69 and we got everything for the 12 valve truck. So getting ready to cut off the sway bar brackets from the 97 axle and convert it over to a 2002 or 2001, some would say. But yeah, we got the second gen track bar kit for this. We got the active sway bar, their XS coils. That's about it. God, this is scary looking. Every time I'm sitting over here, I'm working on this truck, I'm like, should probably look at that, and just get all worried. But yeah, we got a ton of stuff going down today. Gonna get this truck all torn apart, the whole front end, get the Thuren goodies put on this truck, and see what I can't mess up. I'm really hoping that these full hook performance control arms work at the lift height, because I believe that these are Dakota's 0 to -2 arms, not the +2 arms. So we'll see, but worst case scenario, I know a guy, we can get some cool control arms for this from Thuren. But so, believe it or not, this truck, you know, it used to have the race truck motor in it, so it made over 2,000 foot-pounds of torque, but this is factory steering. We've never touched it. So, called the homies over at O'Reilly's. We got some new steering coming along. Got them to price match Summit, which is pretty sick because we have Summit Racing here. So, get the steering knocked off this thing, get the Cobras cut off, get ready to get that sway bar going and grind some stuff flat. I really appreciate these instructions from Thuren Fab, because I'm just going to be honest, when you get instructions that are like worded out and they use like complex words, that like words that are longer than 4 letters, I get a little confused. So everything with photos makes perfect sense to me. Got to get the Cobra mounts cut off of the axle on this truck, because the 97 trucks have different mounting points for the sway bar. As you can see from here, sway bar goes up to the bottom and your link runs downward. The 2002 setup looks a little bit beefier. Problem here is trying to figure out how to go about cutting this without harming the axle. So I think my best option is just going to be starting to remove pieces and chunks with a cutoff wheel and then go from there. Try and get as much off as I can. But like, there's a weld here, a weld that runs vertical. This weld, that's a little difficult to get to, but just going to start messing with it and see what we can't get done. Okay, so after fighting with our plasma cutter for the last 3 hours and riding a very particularly funky looking bus, anyways, now I'm getting ready to grind off all the excess material, get it all flat, get this stuff all prepped up and ready to go. So yeah, I nicked the coil buckets on both sides, so I'm going to be welding those up and grinding them and making it look like one big happy accident. So I got the mount tacked onto the frame.
Well, after quite a bit of cutting and grinding, they weren't lying in their instructions, we got this piece to fit up pretty square. I mean, we know it's not going to be perfect because there's just variations between different trucks and how we cut off the mount compared to how they cut it off, but it sits very nice and square. They did give us a little alignment jig on this side. Put that guy up with some vice grips and got her pretty squared up. We are not going to weld anything until everything's mocked up, because I've been there, done that, and I hate cutting metal. So Next will be the other side, getting the outside cleaned up. That side mount is a little bit different because it does not include the track bar. We did use a plasma to get most of it, and then flap disc. Take your time. If not, what happens, Bryce? You have to weld the coil bucket where you blew a hole with the plasma.
Oh, well, come on.
Yep. But I stubbed my toe. Oh, I thought you were filming my dogs.
I am now.
Yeah, I stubbed my toe, so I wore flops today, so ain't much of a grinder today.
Had Taylor get these all welded up, hit them with some Rust-Oleum. You know how we do. But now we gotta wait for that to dry, hang that sway bar, put that track bar in, and this front end's just about buttoned up. I leave everything loose on trucks like these when you got all the stuff disconnected. That way, it's just a little bit easier to line stuff up. But once we get it going, I'll show you the right height for the front, and then we gotta tackle the rear, which shouldn't be too bad, but you know, I say that, but the whole truck's gotta come apart in the rear end for it to go back together the right way. Yeah, check out that coil. Looking really good. Got our new Thuren tuned Fox shocks in there, and we got our Thuren XS coil. And now I'm going to be snipping the tie on the shock and praying to God that I don't blow my wrist out trying to line that thing up. First try, hopefully I can do it. So we got the whole front end back in. New U-joints in the axle shafts on the inside of the axle. New 4th gen steering, new track bar, new springs, new shocks. Got rid of the Cobra mounts for the sway bar. We got an active sway bar on it. Pretty much rebuilt the entire front end. We're looking pretty good. Now we gotta get everything all tightened up, give this thing a little bit of an alignment, and then we can start on the rear. But other than that, finally got this thing sitting right. Gonna get some different tires for it. But check out the goodies in here. Gotta get the sway bar pushed back over to where it's pretty level, to where the truck's gonna be, you know. And then I'm gonna put the locks on so it doesn't slide left or right while you're driving down the road. Yeah, she's looking real good.
Let me know when you want to line up that Duramax, sorry.
There's hella dirt in the tent.
Find one spot.
Right there.
One. For the most part, she's, I would say, done. We did tow for the first time with it yesterday, and it's not smoky, and it makes 42 pounds is what we saw. EGTs, I have power-driven gauges, and they do like that memory recall to where when they reach their peak, they'll save it. And the hottest that we've seen is 900, and we made 42 pounds of boost. So for 12 valve, kind of crazy, especially with it being so hot outside, but I think it has a lot to do with DDP's injectors and having a turbo that actually flows quite a bit and is spec'd right for the engine. So we got to still do some shakedown. We only have probably 400 or 500 miles on it right now, but we're going to do our first oil change, get the good oil in it, and she will be our little tow rig for the Speed Lab. Yeah, thanks for watching. We got more videos coming soon, so we'll see you on the next one. Little side mission. Wife called, golf cart's dead. They always leave the key on. They don't understand how batteries work and how you gotta charge them and yada yada yada. So we don't have any ropes, we just have heat wrap. We're gonna try to tow them back to the house and see how that goes.
Just one roll of heat wrap.
This is your fault. You guys leave the key on all the time. This battery should last 10 years taken care of the right way.
Just drive over here.
Just drive over here real quick.
Just hit the gas. You're in the middle of the street.
This is so long.
She's
Hey,
so bad.
We forgot to put the hitch back on. We're waiting to paint it.
Sway bar.
Sway bar.
What's taking so long?
There's some cars gonna come.
right, quit playing around. Drive the golf cart.
Alright, seriously, quit messing around.
You stink. Hi. Oh, we're chilling, dude. We're good. Heat wrap Summit brand right there. Okay, dude, slow down, bro. Are we going? Okay. Oh, no. You're hauling ass, man. My tail.